Good morning, dear students. I am Mahesh Das Mahant, your English teacher. Today we are going to study Chapter 3, The Shepherd Treasures, from Supplementary Book of Class 6, A Pact with the Sun. Please pay attention and understand the chapter. Okay. In a village in Iran, there once lived a shepherd. Dear students, named called Iran, there lived a shepherd. Okay. He was very poor, and he was very poor also. Okay. He did not have even a small cottage of his own, and did not have not a small cottage also, a small hut also. Okay, of his own. He had never been to school or learned to read and write, for there were very few schools in those days. Dear students, the shepherd is illiterate. He is not educated. Okay, because there was not many schools. Okay, now we see second paragraph. Okay, though poor and uneducated, this shepherd was very wise. Okay, he understood the people's sorrow and troubles and helped them face their problems with courage and common sense. Dear students, although the shepherd is not educated, but he was very clever and very wise, because many people went there to find any help to any problems, and he promised, and he solved his all problems. Okay, many people came to him for advice. Soon he became famous for his wisdom, and many people come to them to find any advice. Okay, in this way he became very popular in this area. Okay, and soon wisdom and friendly mature. The king of that country heard about him and thought of meeting him. And the king of this area heard about this news, and he wanted to meet him. Okay, now what he had done, disguised as a shepherd and riding on a mule, one day the king came to the caves where the wise men, and the king himself disguised himself and riding on a mule. Okay, and he came to the king's. Okay, he came to the shepherd house. Okay, now we see next paragraph. Okay, and shepherd lived. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, okay, he rose to welcome him. He took the tired traveler inside the cave and gave him water to drink and share of his own meager meal. And in this way he welcomed the kings, the travelers, offered drinking water and share his normal poor meal. Okay. The king rested for the night in the caves and was greatly impressed by the shepherd's hospitality and wise conversation. In this way, the whole night the king stayed there, and the king was very impressed for his wisdom and his hospitality. Okay. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. He said, okay, many, many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go to. Permit me to leave. And the king said to goodbye, okay, because I have to go long. Looking straight into the eyes of his guest, the shepherd replied, thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit. And he said, your majesty means this is used for king or high honor. Okay. The king was astonished as well as pleased. He is indeed very wise, he thought to himself. I need people like him to work for me, and he decided I like people of you. Okay, and the king appointed this humble shepherd the governor of a small district, and he appointed the shepherds in a governor of a small districts. And now, although he rose to power and dignity, the shepherd remained as humble as people loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. Although he was empowered by very self-power and the king, but still he had not any missed his power of misuse. He loved all, and all they loved by all. Okay. And now, in this way, his fame as fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Okay. And he was very famous governor. Now the governors of other provinces grew trebly jealous of him and began to talk to the kings against him. They said, he is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of money, and that he collects the tax from the people. Why did he always carry with him, they added, a iron chest? Perhaps he carried in the treasure that he had secretly collected after. Okay, in this way, dear students, all governors of other provinces jealous himself envy to her, and he reported at the first king did not pay attention to these reports. Okay. But now, how long could we ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain: the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time, and he took a iron box for his time all time. So one day the new governor was summoned to the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous iron chest was there, fastened securely and behind him on the camel's back. And he was summoned fetched for the king's court to come and show her iron chest. Okay. Now the king was angry. he thundered, "Why do you always carry that iron chest with you? What does it contain?" The governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out, but how great was their astonishment! And even the king himself, when the chest was opened, no gold, no silver, or no jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out, holding it up. Proudly the shepherd said, and there was only in the box a normal old torn blanket. Okay. The shepherd said that this was my dear master, my only treasure. I always carry it with me, and this was my real treasure. I always kept with me. But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district, the king asked, to which the shepherd replied with the quiet dignity, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should with wish to take away my new clothes. If you take away my new clothes," how pleased the king was, and new clothes was how embraced, and this cloth take my new clothes. The how pleased the king was, and how embraced the jealous governors, and the oldest friend, the oldest blanket same protect me. Okay. In this way, the king and other courtiers and other governors were same embraced. Okay. And jealous governors became to hear the wise man replies. Now that they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land, the king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. In this way, he was rewarded from a bigger governor, bigger state of governors. Okay. In this way, dear students, I have explained you the chapter very well. If you feel any difficulty, you can contact me without any hesitations. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.